Hey there, my fellow intellectuals. How are you doing today? Kyle here with another video, and I'm making this video at the end of the school term. I've just finished grading the final exam for the class that I am a teaching assistant for, so I can now breathe a sigh of relief and feel a small sense of accomplishment that I have now successfully TA'd during a pandemic. And on that note, I wanted to talk to you guys about the topic of celebrating victories, big or small, in graduate school. About a month ago, I had made a video that talked about what I do when I'm stuck during my PhD, when I have a problem that's been on my mind for the past several months, and it seems like there's no end in sight. And not long after I made that video, I actually had a very, very useful and extremely helpful Zoom call with a colleague that just totally helped me see what I needed to do to solve the problem, and I solved it in like 24 hours after that. So that was just a huge relief. And I wanted to make a video that emphasizes the need to normalize these small victories in graduate school. And maybe that example is not the best one because it might not be small. That is maybe a sizable victory. But even doing something as small as, getting through a couple of papers in a day, or teaching successfully through a pandemic, things that you might not normally think that is something worth celebrating, but I think we all need to, take a step back and acknowledge that, there are hardships during a PhD that take a lot of energy and time and effort that no one really ever gets to see except yourself. And when it's only you seeing that time and effort being spent, I think it's imperative to acknowledge the hard work that you've put in and give yourself a proverbial pat on the back one way or the other. So for me, for example, after solving that problem that had stumped me for months, what I did was I just slept a lot the next couple of days because that problem had kept me up for so long. And now that it was gone, it was like this huge weight off my shoulders and my brain, and I could just relax and I could actually get a decent night of sleep. So I took full advantage of that. And, the way you celebrate might be different from the way that I celebrate. I also like to, get a nice meal every now and then when I feel that something is going my way. But the point still remains that I think it's just super important for us graduate students to take pride in what we do and celebrate these small little victories over the course of an entire PhD. Because, for example, my PhD is projected to take about 6 years. And I think for most graduate students, when you're doing a PhD or even a master's degree that involves research, I think for a good portion of that research phase, you're probably just feeling lost and confused a lot of the time. At least that's what I'm feeling a lot of the time. Maybe I'm just projecting, but I have a good sense that's what a lot of graduate students who do a PhD and a master's with research feel. So, like I said before, it is very important for us to take pride and really give ourselves the credit that we deserve when we get through these obstacles in graduate school, whether they be big or small. It doesn't have to be, publishing in a very prestigious journal or finishing your PhD and getting your doctorate. It could just be as simple as, solving this small problem I had, or, reading a paper that gave you a good idea for something to try in the future. Just knowing when you've made a little bit of a breakthrough is worth acknowledging and giving yourself credit for. And so, with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season. I look forward to 2021. I'm not so sure if I'll make a video before then, but if I don't, I wish you guys a great new year, and stay safe as the pandemic still is ongoing. But I'm really looking forward to 2021 because I think the end is in sight. So stay positive. I'll keep making videos as I can, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one, everyone.